Heel. Good boy. Good boy. Okay, you got your hand on the, you got your remote with you?
Yeah, it's over here.
I'm gonna walk past these people. Remy, heel. Come on over, girl. Say hello.
What's your dog's name?
His name is Remy.
Okay. What dog is he?
Boy. He's a mix between a pit bull and a bull terrier. Down. Ride your skateboard, scooter around. Now let's watch. Now I'm going to tell him. Good boy, Remy. Okay. Down.
Heel. 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 Sit. Good boy. Down. Good boy.
In the cage.
Oh, honey.
He got it.
We had to open the door.
Okay, Remy, come
No,
here.
he shut the door on himself.
Good boy.
Remy, in the cage. Oh, honey, you're gonna get so confused.
Hi, I'm Don. I'm the Director of Training at Canine Control, Professional Dog Training. And we're just here with a couple recent clients who have just finished a program with us, a basic pet training program with their dog. And they also have a little troublemaker dog here.
He did not complete it.
Who did not complete the program. He's an older dog. We didn't feel it was worthwhile to invest in him. But this dog here, Remy, is a pit bull, English bull terrier cross. And, you know, we would just like, in their own words, Ryan and Carrie to explain to you how they felt about the program. And I'll give it to them.
Well, the program was definitely very helpful.
I guess anybody thinks they could train a dog, and I guess we could have kind of trained a dog. But the program definitely taught us the right way to train a dog and the proper things to do. It just made it much easier, made it go a lot quicker. You took the right steps, and you weren't just doing what you thought was right. A lot of the guesswork was taken out. A lot of things that seem so obvious, you don't realize how obvious they are until somebody who knows what they're doing points them out to you. So I mean, he's doing really good. He's almost 9 months old now, and I mean, he's sitting here laying on my lap, being a good dog. So he's a great guy. I'm really happy with the results that we've gotten.
I'd like to ask you, did you feel like at various stages of the training that we explained things thoroughly? Did everything make sense to you as we went along?
Everything made absolute sense, and like I said, it's things that you would think you'd know how to do, but you realize that you just take that one little extra step that you're not going to get on your own, without the help. That just makes it that much easier. Anybody can teach a dog to sit, but or lay down. My dog will lay down in the street while a car drives by, and he doesn't move.
That was my next question. Do you feel comfortable taking the dog out into the general public with cars, with other dogs?
I generally walk him without a leash. He's good off the leash. With other dogs, he will ignore other dogs if I tell him to. If I tell him down, he's going to ignore the other dogs and do what I say.
And even without telling him down, just his total disposition, when we are on a walk and we walk past dogs who are like clawing the ground to get at him, he's totally like, whatever. And I'm sure it's part personality, but part discipline. He knows that only when we say it's okay to go over and greet a dog is it okay.
Yeah.
And I don't think it changed his personality by any means. He's kind of chillaxed right now, but for the most part, he's a happy-go-lucky dog who's, just really well behaved.
Yeah, that's an important point. You don't feel like the program took any spirit or personality out of the dog.
Absolutely not.
I was definitely afraid when we first had our first interview with you guys because it seems intense, but once you get involved in it, it's really not that intense by any means. Because your background is in protection dogs. I was thinking, well, that's not the kind of dog we want. We want a family pet, and I'm so glad that we decided to go with you because it couldn't have been further from what I thought it was going to be.
And at the time you didn't have the plan. Now we know now that you're a newly expecting mom,
Yes.
and I'd like to ask you if you feel any better, any peace of mind knowing that you've done this training.
Absolutely.
Especially with the baby coming in.
Absolutely. I mean, we have one out-of-control dog who, God save his soul that he's so damn cute. But if I had two, I think I'd probably end up losing my mind and getting rid of them, which they're a part of our family, and now that we have the understanding and the capabilities to control at least one of them, the one I think that could potentially cause more harm.
Well, from a professional perspective, when I first met Remy and he was a puppy, I did see certain protestations in the dog's nature, like we couldn't go in his mouth easily. He was biting in a playful but aggressive way, and he did give me some concerns. And at that time, I had no idea that you guys were planning on a family,
We weren't planning on a
or
family.
that there was a new baby on the way, or any of that. And I feel even better. I mean, this is one of the more gratifying aspects of the job that we do, is to see that it really is very helpful to people, and it makes a difference in their everyday life. I mean, what could feel better than to feel secure your dog's behavior around a newborn baby?
Yeah.
What could...
And I will say too, I mean, he gets tons of compliments because he is so handsome. But besides commenting on his looks, they always comment on how well behaved he is. People cannot believe it. No matter where we are, people stop us and say, "I can't believe how well behaved your dog is." And we definitely say we have the best trainers there are out there, and we definitely give you guys credit because we could have done it without you. That's for sure.
Well, I'll tell you this. You guys did a great job. You followed all the directions. You took the instructions seriously. And a lot of the credit is also due you. I do believe that you received good instructions, but like anything else, the instructions have to be applied.
Absolutely,
So
yeah.
you guys are also ideal clients as far as we're concerned, in the fact that we knew from week to week, whenever we gave you homework, after a few weeks, we came to expect that the homework would be thoroughly followed,
Right.
and that's why you've gotten such an
It's-
outstanding result.
It's just like going to the gym with a trainer, you know. You can go to the gym, but you go to the gym with a trainer, they're going to give you the right things to do, just like you guys gave us the right things to do.
That's up to
And
you.
you do the same amount of work, you just do it the right way, and you're going to get twice the results that you would, you know. Plus just little things that you don't realize. Like I said, there's things I guess I never would have realized with raising a dog of what kind of, you know, negative effects you could have with doing the wrong thing. And, yeah, like him.
Well, I
You
think-
know, he barks at me when I feed him. He'll never bite me, but he barks at me when I feed him. This guy, you know, he waits for his food. He does the right thing. You know?
I think I'm feeding him constantly right now to keep him quiet, because he's never quiet unless he's eating. But
We
you
did
made
everything
an
wrong.
important point. I think in a roundabout way, what you said was that it would have taken just as much work to do it wrong and to
Exactly.
get a bad result.
And to get it,
So
I mean,
it
I
didn't
don't
take.
think no matter how long I had done it for, I would ever get the results I have. And it would have taken years of training to get him close to what he is now,
Right. Well,
within just a couple of
and I
months.
also don't think we would have understood. You know, is dog training rocket science? No, it's pretty common sense. But I think people who look for a dog, they want them to do cutesy little tricks. Even myself, when I first got him, I was teaching him how to give him a paw and roll over, and those are great. But what are you going to do in a situation where, you know, your dog runs out the front door, tell him to roll over? Oh yeah, that's really cute. You know, it definitely is a different way of thinking, and it's just, you know, it takes professionals to kind of show you that way. And
Yeah, well, that's what we pride ourselves on. We've tried to simplify the program. We've taken very complicated behavioral models.
Right.
And our challenge is, how can we take 35 years of dog training experience, simplify it and streamline it, and be able to pass it on to a beginner so that it's actually effective for them.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, that's the challenge for us at Canine Control, is to how to get to simplify it so that it's really going to work. Because it doesn't do you any good if your dog listens perfectly to me and
Right.
not
Oh,
to
absolutely.
you.
He
Absolutely.
listens great to us. I mean, a lot of the things you've told us is just like, duh. It just makes so much
much
sense
sense.
when you say it. And he's just, I mean, he's great. He
You know, I
listens
don't
to
know.
everything.
I don't know where I've heard it, but somewhere I've heard that most great ideas are simple.
Yes, and not to mention.
And by no means are we putting your profession down. And I didn't mean to say that it's not
No,
rocket
I
science,
don't-
because I know there are so many things involved with behavior and, you know, the emotional states of dogs, and, you know, physical states of dogs, and all of that. It's more like common sense, like the basics of it. It's common sense, you know. And I think that people neglect to see that when they're trying to train a dog, and, you know.
Yeah, and for the most part, I mean, with everything, he was pretty good. But I mean, obviously, the speed bumps. So it's good when, you know, you come here every
Right,
week
you walk us through it,
and it's like, okay, we're having this speed bump. What do we do? And every single time it was like, oh, well. Or I call you during the week, I'm having this issue this week with him. He's not doing what he was doing for you the other night. And, yeah, simple, try this, try that. And, I mean, I can't complain. I mean, everything that you've said has worked.
and been
And
right.
if it didn't, you told me something else, or I was just doing it wrong, and you told me what was going on, and it worked after that.
So honestly, in the end, would you say that we, on a fair level, delivered everything that we had promised to you in the beginning?
Yeah, I mean,
No, I think you delivered more.
yes.